Good afternoon, everyone. Dawn White here at the Under Armour Ravens training facility in Owings Mills, Maryland. Last time we were here, you saw a big line of fans back there. Things are clearing out now as the first day of open training practice has ended. And I'm joined now by PennLive reporter Aaron Kasinitz.
You got it.
Got your name correctly.
Yep. Just watched the first training camp practice. I enjoyed being out there, checking out the team. What about you?
Yeah, I think everyone looked pretty good. We saw a lot of good passes, a few drop balls, but it is the first day of practice, and saw Lamar Jackson that they were putting him in some different positions, out there playing with the quarterbacks as well, and the fans seemed to cheer the most for him. They got really excited with some of his plays.
Yeah, no doubt. So today with the Ravens is the first practice. They've got a long training camp because they play in the Hall of Fame game, so they're opening training camp a little early. So they rested a lot of veterans. Joe Flacco only practiced for the first few minutes, then he went to the side. A couple other guys, Alex Collins, the running back, went to the side. Terrell Suggs went to the side, which meant we got to see a lot of the young players like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson played a ton with the first team offense around him, and I thought he looked pretty good. There were some times when there was a little wobble on his ball, sometimes when maybe shuffled his feet and you could tell he was trying to think through his decisions a little too much. But overall, he looked good, and you could tell, as you said, the fans were excited every time he touched the ball.
Yeah, definitely didn't look like a rookie out there today. We also saw RG3 out there. He was throwing a few passes. He looked good as well. Looked like he was getting back into his comfort zone.
RG3 looks sharp, and it's going to be really interesting to see how he plays in the preseason. I think he's the type of guy who could do very well in the preseason because he's got some experience, but he'll be playing against backups and really fighting for jobs. So I'm really interested to see how RG3 does. And beyond that, I think the Ravens, have a lot of different guys who we're going to want to see. Veterans who are fighting for roster spots, rookies. They're all going to be playing with RG3, and that's going to help them because they're playing with a guy who was a Rookie of the Year, a guy who has been around the league for a while.
And with receivers, we saw a lot of good receivers out there today. Most of the balls they caught or were very close to catching. Crabtree looked great as well.
Yeah, it was good. He was one of those veterans who practiced a little bit and then took some time off later to kind of rest his body, do a little lifting, but you can just tell he's a sharp route runner. He's been in the league 10 years. The Ravens really, as we mentioned in the preview video, they got rid of their entire receiving corps from last year. They brought in new guys. Crabtree's the leader now. You can tell the guys look to him. He's a sharp route runner. It'll be interesting to see whether he still has it once the regular season comes, but at least when they're out here without wearing pads, he looked really good.
Yeah, he has 10 years experience, so obviously he'll rely on that and his knowledge of it. And the fans, you could tell the excitement today. I spoke to some of them after practice, the really loud group of guys. One of them is a season ticket holder. He said he's been a fan since 2000, and he said his expectation realistically is that they could get to the playoffs again this year. Not hoping for more than that, although of course it would be great. But he was saying for the first day of practice, he thought everyone looked really good and sharp.
Absolutely. It seems like, we talked about this earlier too. The Ravens went 9-7 last year. They were a play away from making the playoffs. That late season loss, last week 17 loss, obviously was a heartbreaker for the team and its fans. But that shows that the team is there. They're on the cusp. They could really go either way. They could be a competitor. I think a lot of people think they could be a competitor. Or if they struggle, they might turn it over to Lamar Jackson and really start to rebuild. So I think fans are really curious to see. We talked about how excited they are. I think fans believe in this team, but they're waiting to see. I think the fans that you talk to kind of express that sentiment. I think we all feel that way. What's going to happen with this team, because they could really go either way.
And it's a beautiful day out here. It's not raining. It's not too humid.
Yep, great start to training camp.
In the mid 80s. And you sat in on Coach Harbaugh talking. What were some of the things he said?
Yeah, so he's very excited, very positive. Obviously, that's how a lot of coaches start their training camp. He did talk about some injuries. Marshall Yanda, the Pro Bowl right guard, he broke his ankle last year. That's healed, but he also has a shoulder injury, so he's not practicing quite yet. Yes. Harbaugh said that he could, Yanda might be able to play if there's a game today, but they're going to take it easy with him. Talked about Jimmy Smith returning to the field, the cornerback. But I think for the most part, he's just excited. He wants to see how Flacco responds to having Lamar Jackson pushing him. He wants to see how the rest of the new receivers respond. He wants to see how a defense plays with a new coordinator. So he's excited, and I think the fans kind of feed off that. The fans are just as excited as the head coach.
When I talked to the fans, I said quarterback controversy. They said there is no quarterback controversy, that Joe Flacco's our quarterback, and they hope that having Lamar Jackson here and that he was so successful in college, that will push Flacco to work that much harder to get back to the team that they were before.
I think that's kind of what the Ravens are hoping, that this pushes Flacco to continue to improve and gives him a little kick that he hasn't had the last few years. And if it doesn't, they got a rookie who they could put in. So it'll be really interesting to see how Flacco responds. He seems like he's saying all the right things. He's eager to show that he can still be the quarterback of the team for 5 or 10 years, but he's got to do it, and we'll see over the next couple of weeks whether he can.
Okay, well, very good. And I will be back here on Tuesday. We'll have a little behind-the-scenes tour for you, and then Aaron will be drinking a lot of coffee and covering this every day. You drink coffee?
Yeah, drink coffee.
Yeah, coffee, soda, something like
some
that.
Energy drinks, whatever you need. But yeah, keep it PennLive.com/Baltimore-Ravens. We'll have all the coverage there. Both you and I have stories, videos, all that stuff, and on the Facebook page, obviously, we'll be posting our content as well.
Yep. Have a great day.